Okay, so we ended up taking a loss today. I did not take the full loss because I exited my position early. I was okay with exiting the position early because I genuinely I didn't feel good holding it anymore. It wasn't really a mental thing. It was more, okay, this really is showing its hand here and it wants to go higher, and I'm not going to fight that. So I got out for like $190 loss on the one account and then like a $220 loss on the other account. I actually didn't trade this on the third Tradeovate account that I have because I just wasn't able to get a good enough fill at the time. And once we came back up to the entry, I didn't want to enter on that account anymore. You can see this is my break even point. And I guess the lesson here is just don't fight NASDAQ at all time highs. Even if the short looks good, don't short. I mean, we couldn't even take out the most basic low before going higher. It doesn't, for us to go higher, we don't even require a sweep on liquidity at this point. It's just, it goes higher, and that's that. And why am I fighting it? So a couple things, right? The daily, obviously, mega fucking bullish. This is insane to look at. The 4 hour, we haven't taken, just as a note, we haven't taken the previous daily high yet, which, ideally we take if we're going to if we're going to short, but it's not a full-on necessity. But the 4 hour, you can see we're inside this 4 hour bullish fair value gap, which definitely, you know, is a bullish signal for sure. Now, let me get into the reason why I took this trade, okay? Number one, we were respecting and rejecting off of this 1 hour fair value gap, bearish fair value gap. So I had my higher time frame fair value gap. On top of that, we had a nice sweep of Asian high and London high with one candle here. And, these were relative equal highs. So we swept relative equal highs. We swept Asian high. We swept London high. And after the sweep, now, number one, before I go lower, you can just, look at this liquidity, right? It's very low resistance liquidity, trend line liquidity. And did I think we were going to come all the way down to London low? I don't know. I mean, that's probably a lot to ask for, but the halfway to there, as we're going and taking this trend line liquidity, even my break even point before, like, no, I thought that was very possible. And it was a 5 minute inversion, which made me like it more. And the close of this 5 minute candle was very bearish, right? It closed almost fully without leaving any wick. So it closed almost at its lowest point. And obviously we had equal lows. To come for this was, equal lows for the break even, and then we had just more trend line liquidity here. Right, this is all low resistance liquidity. That being said, we were still inside that 4 hour bullish fair value gap, which at the end of the day ended up holding. And because we're at all time highs, I understand. I get it. The short is tough, but it made sense, and I'm willing to take a loss. It is what it is. I thought this trade made sense in terms of the draw, to be honest, and the sweep I really liked, and the speed of the V shape here I liked. You can see this candle looked really, really healthy at one point, and then closed like that without tapping my break even point. So I didn't adjust my stop loss because of that. And then it looked like we were going to continue maybe, but then no. And the reason I got out early was really the biggest factor was the fact that I was looking at ES and I saw, okay, well, ES respected this 15 minute here. And it just looked more bullish than NASDAQ. And I was like, okay, it looks like NASDAQ's just going to follow ES, so I'm going to get out. But, ES had these like low resistance liquidity here as well, just like NQ did. But it is what it is, man. We'll take the L. I had my reasons for entering. It was a counter trend trade, which don't always bode well for me. Happy to have cut my losses short here, which is nice, and only taking it on 2 accounts, which was just a hidden benefit. Could have been, you know, shitty if it would have played out, but yeah, there you have it. That is the trade.